So we're taking a nice look up here, but it is, yeah, this fairly resurgent-looking German double. It's kind of interesting that they've got themselves onto that far side of the course, and they'll be alongside these Romanians, Martin.
Yeah, the Romanians, Andrei Sebastian Cornea up in the bows, and Marian Nanash out of the quad last year, finished 7th, grabbed qualifying place. This double will look really smooth. Mark Weber just tapping his thighs there. Jonas Gelson in the stroke seat. Could be a German gold medal here. Former World Championship silver medalists in 2022, Garcia Palou, Conde Romero, Sartori and Rambaldi. Your favourite, Greg, Luca Rambaldi, not in the best of lanes. So Nicholas Jalopoulos and Ioannis Kalandaris from Greece. And Solbach and Yule just sneaked into the final in their semi-final, I think just ahead of the British, if memory serves, in yesterday's race. But again, once, you know, we say the favoured lanes are over the far side because it's a cross headwinds. It does look a bit more cross now. And these near side lanes aren't expected to do particularly well. So the race will develop between Romania, Germany and Spain. If the Italians get in on a podium place, that'll be fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's right. It's definitely the middle half of the course where that far side seems to be helpful. So the Italians might have been favourites on paper coming into this regatta, but being out here in lane 4 is going to make it difficult. The Germans have had a good regatta so far. You say they could get a gold, but certainly getting onto the podium would be a step up for German sculling, or at least German crew sculling.
Quick start from the Spanish, out in lane 3 there, and a good start from the Romanians as well in lane 1. Riding with the Greeks, good style, big blades, different to quite a lot of the other crews.
Kalandardis having a look across there with his cap set back, 25-year-old, just 17-year-old. So there we see Mark Weber in the stroke seat, 26-year-old, and he said in his athlete information form, one of the reasons he rose is his younger brother Lars, who's got an impairment, has inspired him. His younger brother is always happy and smiling, and that's one reason why the Tokyo Olympian loves to row.
I mean, wow. The Romanians have a huge margin over the rest of the field already. They've got a length up on the Spanish, and more than that over the Germans, Greeks, Norway and Italy. Norway and Italy on this nearer side kind of dropping off the pace a little bit, but it's still pretty close as we come into the first 500 meters. Remember, these are long races. Yeah, the Romanians looked very impressive yesterday as well, winning their semi-final by a long way. So it's a combination they put together, and it's very impressive what they're doing here. Ahead of these Spanish, who were pretty good back in 2022, want to be returning to their best for 2024.
So Romania, there he is, the man in the stroke seat for the Romanian double, Marian Nanash. Romania has 2 medals in the men's double, and Nanash has won both, 2019 bronze and 2018 silver. Thanks for that fact, Morrissey. We'll look at the Spanish. Well, there's the Germans. They don't look as smooth as they did in winning their semi out in lane 1. There's the Spanish, silver medalist from 2022, Henley winners too, and a couple of years ago, Rodrigo Conde Romero in the stroke seats, and Alexi Garcia Poloha.
They look quite upright, don't they, Imogen?
Yeah, sometimes you need that in a headwind. You don't want to get pulled out too long and get stuck around the catch, so you sort of self-gear by sitting up a little bit more, and I think they're doing that really well. Pushing out to just about a length lead over the Germans, who are the semi-final winners. But at the moment, it looks like it's Romanians' race right here.
I like that expression that they self-gear in terms of changing the gearing so they keep the stroke just a little bit shorter, stay within the strong range of the muscles rather than getting too stretched out. But talking of stretched out, huge lead here for the Romanians.
Well, the Romanians are doing what Bodnar and Radis couldn't do, albeit from a less favoured lane in the women's doubles, but they are taking this race away in a beautiful, smooth, fluid pattern. Antonio Colomnici has found his, well, possibly a boat that could take on the Dutch double of Broening and Tweller, who are up the mountain at Obertrand doing training. If you're watching Dutch first team. We hope you're enjoying this World Rowing production with me, Martin Cross, Imogen Grant and Greg Searle, taking you through the halfway mark in the final of the men's doubles at the European Rowing Championships.
And Martin, you said I like to look out for the Italian double of Ramboldi and Sartori. Yeah, I thought they were favourites coming into the regatta. They're back of the field here, so it just shows possibly whether something's not working in that boat, and probably a combination of the conditions here pushing them all the way back.
Yeah, I feel like this race is really missing the presence of Brun and Consuela. They've been so dominant in this boat class and quite an impressive crew to watch. It almost looks like they race on fast forward. But I mean, with their absence and the Dutch team's general absence from this regatta, the Romanians are capitalising on it.
It looks so much hard work, doesn't he? Mark Webber really putting the strokes in. The younger 22-year-old Jonas Gelsum from Mudaklav, Nasova, pushed, under 23 medalist.
And I can't help thinking about, as you say, Imogen, what Melvin Tuela and Stefan Breuning will be thinking of this, because these Romanians have come onto the scene here, and this is such an incredibly impressive performance that the double scull kind of was seen as an event that maybe was going the way of the Netherlands, so much so that the Sinkovic brothers chose to come away from it. We've got the French who aren't here as well, but I wonder where these Romanians would be if they were up against that competition. Yeah,
I'd love to see that race, and I'm sure we'll see it later on in the year.
Well, Romania come up to 1,500 metres with that massive lead. Germans look to have just got through. The Spanish could be a silver medal for Gelson and Weber. That'll be just reward for a great performance here. Spain will be happy to be on the podium, but the Italians not managed to be in the picture as we went through there. There's the battle for the silver and bronze medal. The 2022 silver medalists on the left of your picture, the new boys from Germany. There they are in the background. Gelson really urging his partner on. Mark Weber, look at his shoulders going. They're really lifting up at the front end. You don't often see that. You want to have those low shoulders at the front, Greg.
Yeah, you do talk about kind of connecting through your lats, the sort of under your shoulders, rather than letting your shoulders come onto your ears like that. It doesn't look particularly efficient, but I guess in these kind of headwind conditions, it's almost sort of anything goes really to get some work on.
Well, it's these three crews that are going to be on the podium, barring disaster as we reach the final 250 metres. Germany had a fantastic third 500 to row through the Spanish double, and now I think they've just about got clear water on them. They're not going to catch the Romanians, but it's a solid silver medal for them. Got a shot of the Italians racing themselves back into a fourth place, I think, trying to challenge the Greeks and Norway over on this near side.
Massive sprint from Spain trying to get back on the Germans. They are moving, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Romania come up to the line. I said to Steph Breuning last week in Varese, I'm going to stop calling your Dutch double red hot favourites. I think you can see why here. Romania, could they challenge the top? Here's Gelson and Weber. The Spanish are coming, and Gelson and Weber are dying. The Spanish are coming through. Romania take the gold. Spain will take the silver medal from Gelson and Weber on the line. What an incredible sprint from the Spanish. Germany have to settle for bronze. That was an amazing sprint for the podium place. Italy will take fourth, just ahead of the Norwegians, with the Greek double coming in sixth place, but it's close between those three doubles.
Yeah, close between the doubles at the back, not so close at the front. Fantastic from the Romanians, and an incredible sprint finish also. Got a note from the Spanish. They crept up on us, but it was 46 strokes a minute for most of the last 250, which into a headwind like that's pretty impressive going.
I mean, reversing, being rowed through like they were. You see this clip from earlier in the race. They had a length from the Germans, then the Germans had a length on them, and then they managed to row back through and make up that length and just get their bow ball in front for silver.
Yeah, that's crazy. Look at the shortness of those strokes, and he dragged the boat across the line, Rodrigo Conde Romero.
Yeah, the Germans were really struggling, weren't they? You see them fall down in the boat. But yeah, you see what this means. And I wonder what it does mean, really, a win in these conditions here in Szeged. And I think we'll only find out when we get to the next race in Lucerne. But for today, there's confirmation. It's the European Championships taken by Romania ahead of Spain and Germany.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Romania. Let's hear it for our medalists.